actually part 2 with my friend Bill that came in to do an interview. The interview was kind of long, so I broke it up into 3 different segments. But today's post, we're going to talk about how he told his kids about his divorce with his wife. That's like talking to your kid about sex for the first time or something like that. Like, you just don't want to have that conversation with your kids, but you're gonna have to do it. And so, yeah, I would just love to hear how you handled this topic, or how you're going to handle it. But today we're here about how Bill handled his situation with his kids, telling them that he was getting divorced for the first time. Wait, tell me about how you handled telling your kids about the divorce, because you have 3.
I have 3. They're late teens, early 20s. My youngest one, I could tell when we first started doing the open marriage thing.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell she knew something was going on and it was bothering her.
Mm-hmm.
So her and I went on a little excursion one day, and I just asked her, does she sense there's something going on with mom and dad? And yeah, I said, do you have any idea what it is? No. And I said, I think it's worse not knowing than knowing. So I just explained to her, that mom's not interested in a physical thing anymore, and I still am, and so I go find some of that for myself, and that's kind of what's going on.
So it was easier or harder being that honest with the youngest one? Do you wish that you could have been that honest with the older 2, or?
Yes and no, and part of it is each kid is different.
Okay.
And I could tell she needed to know.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell things were bothering her. My oldest one is off at college, and it's a boy, and he's just not as emotionally wrapped up in what mom and dad are doing. I didn't perceive that he probably really gave a shit one way or another for the most part. And he's pretty much lived on his own for the last few years.
Okay.
So I didn't think that it was necessary. My older daughter, it didn't seem like it was bothering her.
Okay.
And she's such a busy person socially and with school and with work, that I just didn't.
Okay.
So, but I told when my wife and I discussed divorce, at that point in time, then I did tell my daughter.
Okay.
She came over. I live separately now, and she came over to my place, and I told her. And she had some tears and stuff, but then she told me. She said, "Yeah, I kind of figured."
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah." I said, "You kids are smart. You kind of know." I said, "I just wanted to clarify for you exactly what it is that's going on."
So I was going to ask you about tips for how to tell your kids, but it sounds like kind of the same way that you're handling it with your wife, is just be calm and talk about really what's going on, how you're feeling, and
I just try to be very straight and honest, but then also I try to, whatever it is, present it in a kind way. It's like I've never said anything negative about my wife to my kids.
Kudos to you for that.
Yeah, it's just it's just not working out. It's not what I want. I don't know if it's exactly what she wants either. And so I just have to be rather matter of fact, and this is what it is, and it has nothing to do with you kids.
Yeah.
Nothing at all to do with you guys. And
did you tell the 2 of them together?
No. Well,
they were all
no, separate.
Okay.
And then I did have a together conversation with my 2 girls shortly after that again.
Okay.
And just to try to remind them that it doesn't have anything to do with them. It's between mom and dad, and that my best wishes are for them to enjoy school, enjoy their friends, enjoy whatever they are doing, and other than that, then kind of stay out of it. Don't don't take anyone's side, and then don't feel like if you want to spend time with me that your mom's going to be upset, or if you spend time with her that I'm going to be upset. I said, you just do what's right for you.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what mom and dad are doing. You just do what makes you happy and what's right for you.
It's a pretty dang a good way, is it saves a lot of time and money and like emotion by just approaching it with like a calm head like that.
Right, yeah. Because I think both of us, deep down, we don't want to hurt the other person.
Yeah.
We don't dislike the other person. We're not always thrilled with what the other person is doing sometimes. And we talk about this quite a bit. Sometimes our old behaviors come out. I mean, we used to, years ago, we could fight pretty good. And we both were capable of being very not nice to each other. And under situations of real stress, sometimes my old self comes out and sometimes hers does a little bit. But usually we've been pretty lucky. They don't come out at the same time.
Oh, good.
And we joke about that. If both our kind of negative sides come out at the same time, it's not going to be very pretty. But usually one of us is in a rather calm place.
Good.
And can kind of absorb it a little bit and diffuse the other person.
Yeah.
So hopefully it continues that way.
That's funny. Yes. Take your turn.